Did you know you have the power to change your life? It all depends on your beliefs. If you have limiting beliefs, you limit yourself. I'm Becky Beach, and I'm here to help you overcome your limiting beliefs so you can design your dream life. This is the Becky Beach Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Becky Beach Show. I'm Becky Beach, and joining me today is Larissa Russell. She's a creativity coach. Welcome, Larissa.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So I understand that you were let go during COVID, so you've been having to rely on your printables business. Is that correct?
Well, my printables business kind of grew a little bit after, but yes, I was let go just before COVID. A whole bunch of people were let go at the same time, and I'd been doing sort of my business off the side of my desk, and so it was the push I needed to get really in depth in it. So I do healing with creativity, coaching. And the Printables came about this year after I took your Shopify course. And so that was really exciting because I was like, I need to do something different. I need to have a little extra. Like I like to have things in different pots, if you will.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Your course was just the thing I needed to kickstart me.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great to hear. I just love hearing that how the course is helping people, Yeah, because I've struggled when I was first learning, it's great to have something all in one. You can just go through whenever you want,
Yeah. And the course was like, I literally built my store on Shopify while I did your course. Boom, I was done. And I love creating printables, but I also love that there's PLR out there that you can customize for yourself. And so that's really fun. But I really enjoy the creation of them and being able to create them for my clients for all the different things we do. Like we do art journaling, we do actual journaling. So we have journals and planners and things like that. And so it's been really a lot of fun to do that.
Wow, that is like so great. Yeah, for those that don't know, PLR stands for private label rights. And it's these commercial use printables that you could, customize. They usually come in like a Canva or PowerPoint template, where like normally you can customize them as your own and add your own logo and anything you want. And they're really great for coaches like Larissa here because she can just rebrand them with her logo and her colors because she has brand colors and everything. So then she can resell them in her store.
Yeah. And I do that for some of it. So, some things I'll take and change it around a little bit so that it's a little better with my colors and sometimes the wording, things like that. And other times I just have so much fun creating them. It's one of my when I'm sort of get overwhelmed with everything else, I go and create printables. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's like so soothing.
I really enjoy that.
You just sit there and you can just create your mind just kind of blanks out and you're just moving your hands, making this. And it's like really awesome. I love it.
Yeah, you just lose yourself in it. And it's been a really great, because for me, the Printables has been sort of my side hustle, if you will, for my coaching business. And it's worked out so well because it goes hand in hand with it, but it allows me to sort of have that creative time for myself when I'm doing the printables, and then also sharing the printables and doing other creative activities with other people. So we have classes that we get together twice a week, and I'll often use the printables to do an art journal spread or something like that. So it can be used in so many different ways, and that's what I love about them.
Yeah, that is just so great. Like for anyone listening, like when you was it really hard for you to learn how to make printables, or did you like take a course or anything for that?
I didn't take a course. I mean, I've done a bit of graphic design off and on throughout my careers. And so I say careers because I kept switching. But
Yeah.
So I've done some graphic design throughout, but then nothing as fun, right, as creating the printables. But whenever I get stuck, I just check out the PLR and get, start from there. But typically, no, I don't have any problem with it because it's playing. It's just playing with a graphics program, whatever one you want to use. I use Canva. I use PowerPoint. Those are the two I use the most for creating them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, Canva.com is a free program that you could create printables in. It's really easy. You just do mostly drag and drop, and there's all these images you can get that are all commercial use. There's a commercial use license on the images. Even if you have a free Canva, I made sure to pay attention to the licensing. There's also Canva Pro, which you just get access to even more images.
And you can also upload lots of others into it, which I do often as well.
So where do you find your graphics?
I get graphics from all different places. Sometimes I draw my own. Often I'll go through Creative Fabrica, or I have some other Pixabay, places like that to get some, depending on what I need. I have different sort of haunts that I go to. Pixabay.com is one of them for PNGs, which is really good for like black and white images and things like that. We can do elements and stuff, but I tend to get more like the coloring book type images from them. And then also Canva has a lot, Creative Fabrica has a lot, also making sure you check your licensing, things like that. So there's so many different places. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. Like let's talk about licensing, especially if you're it's like, say you want to create things for PLR yourself, like for commercial use rights, you need to flatten the images. If you get anything from Creative Fabrica or Design Bundles or any of those graphic sites, you have to flatten the images. What you do is like save them all together into one JPEG and then put it in your planner or your other printable. You have to flatten them. You can't just sell it, with the images all together so someone can extract them. So it's really important, to pay attention to the licensing. So that's a really good tip there.
Yeah, it is. It's important to know that, if you're doing this for your business, you need to know what you can and can't do. And I know there's a lot of people who do things that may not be exactly, I don't know what's the word we want to use, may not be exactly legal.
Or ethical too, maybe ethical. Yeah.
But I try really hard to stay within the boundaries of the rules, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so important, because businesses are always getting sued, like most recent, there's been people getting sued for their sites not being ADA compliant. There's a lot of that going on. And these big graphic sites, they have a team of lawyers, and you got to make sure you abide by the license. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but just very important to just make sure you read the license and ask for help. If you don't know, like ask for support, to get confirmation about what you should use it and what you shouldn't use it for. Yeah,
absolutely. So always check that out before you start. But yeah, just building the Printables business on the side it's been just a lot of fun. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for the course, because it was one of those things that I had thought about numerous times. And then I was like, oh, how do I set up a store? Oh, I don't really want to deal with Etsy. So, all of those things. So it links directly to my website with my business, which is great. And so I really like it. So I just want to say thank you to you for that.
Oh, thanks. No, I really appreciate it. Well, you bring up a good point here. Well, Etsy, is like really hard to sell on because it's so saturated. Like, would you agree?
I would say that, like, it is a good place because it's almost like a Google search, if you will. People will go there to look. But then you're right, there's just so many people who have it. But I find that Etsy just keeps changing the rules. I used to sell on before, when I used to create not printables, but different books and things like that I did. And so like actual purchasing of them, and I made my own books. So I used to sell on there and my art as well, but I just found that they kept changing the rules. And, I like to be more in charge of my own things. And I find Etsy is in charge of everything that way. But it's a really great place for people to get started if you don't want to lay out any money, right? Because they take a cut instead of you paying a monthly fee for like Shopify. So, depending on what you need, I would rather I just pay my monthly amount and that's it. And I get to keep all my money.
Yeah. That's like really important too to bring up, because like it isn't cost anything, but the listing is 20 cents, like about 20 cents to list things on Etsy. And you're charged that, like, aren't you charged like every month? I just can't recall,
I can't remember exactly because it's been a while since I've done it. And then sometimes I seem to lose access to it, like even just for shopping. They're like, oh yeah, your account is closed. And it's like, but I bought something last week. So
yeah, that's so
I like Shopify because I know where everything is and I'm in charge. So that's what
yes, that's so important. That's what gravitated me towards Shopify. Like, okay, well, we have a story time here. It's like kind of a short story, but like I used to sell on Etsy, for 5 years. I sold coloring pages. And this competitor, also sold coloring pages, and she left me a bad review. I knew it was her because I searched the name. She had a different name, and she left a review under. And I searched the name on Google, and it was one of her names on another account. So I contacted Etsy for help, and they didn't do anything. And it made my account look so bad with that 1-star review, and it was really negative. She said that my printable printed out really bad, and it was like fuzzy and stuff, and it would just totally ruin my sales overnight. So I ended up having to close my store.
Yeah. And just talking about that and people who do things like that, I think people don't understand about reviews enough, how important those are. But somebody like that knows what they're doing, right? And to consciously try to destroy somebody else. I work with women all the time, and we're about building up each other, right? Because I don't lack just because you do well. And that whole mindset of they're taking away my business is that comes from a place of lack and a place of fear. And so if we can all work together to build each other up, I think it works so much better. So definitely leave reviews, but leave positive ones. If you have nothing nice to say, just maybe don't say anything unless it's really, really bad. Like, there are times when people are actually scammers out there, but reviews are super important, and let's work together to build each other up.
Yeah, I so agree. Like if I have a problem with something, I've actually contacted the seller. I don't just say, "Oh, this product's bullshit. Don't buy it. It's awful. No good." Like I don't do that or anything. Like I make sure to contact them first and say, "Hey, there's a problem with like such and such. Do you mind?" They say, "Oh, sure." They're like more than happy to help me. Like they're more than happy.
Because it's important to them. Like what I put out in the world, it's important to me that you find value in it. And if you don't, I want to know about that. But we can fix it if there's a problem with it, because I want it to work for you. So yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
And also Shopify, you can actually get this plugin called Looks Reviews, and there's other review plugins. And with Looks Reviews, people can leave picture reviews. You can also set it so a review will not post unless it's 3 stars and above or 4 stars and above, just whatever you want. Like the review won't even post. Like if someone leaves a 1-star review on your Shopify, nobody's going to see it. You can even make it so you can approve the post, but you can do like automatically approve ones that are 3 and above.
Yeah, I think that's what I have it set for, because you told me that in your course too. So I have that plug-in. but I hope I don't get a 1-star review, but I would definitely want to know what that was about. But when it's somebody, a competitor, actually trying to like destroy your business, that's just not cool.
Yeah, it does happen. There's a lot of competition on Etsy. And if you run ads, like I was running ads to my store, but the only problem is there's competitors on my shop listing. So that they would get my sales. And I was like, how am I not getting that many sales? And look all the money I'm spending on these ads. So if you have the money to spend on ads, by all means, just open a Shopify store. Like at least you're going to your store. Someone else is going to take your business.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I like about Shopify is the fact that it is my business, right? It's not somebody else's. And I have it attached to my website, so you can do it. You can go back and forth between them. It's all one. So yeah, I appreciate that part. And that was because of your course, right?
Oh, great.
Those are the things you told me to do. So yeah, because I had a website already and trying to figure out how to put a shop into it, because that's one of the things. I'm on Kajabi, and that's one of the things they don't have is a shop. And so, but it was easy to integrate with Shopify. So
that's awesome. Well, you remember before you told me that you're a coach and you use Printables to grow your business, like to get more passive income. Like, could you tell us more about that?
Yeah. So, when I'm working with people, I do basically art therapy, but I don't have the master's that is required to call it that. So we do healing with creativity. And so we do a lot of different exercises, and we were using sheets I created for my clients, right? Whether it be coloring sheets or exercise sheets or cutouts to use in art journal, different things like that. And so now it just gives access to so many more people to to have those experiences and work on different exercises and things like that. We have printables for journaling, printables for working in your art journal, printables. We just released our planner stickers. Our brand new November is out, and we'll be doing monthly planner stickers because we have different planners as well for different things. So it became sort of this extension of the business because we were already doing it internally. We decided to, allow other people to have those same experiences. So now what we're doing is trying to create some of the videos so that people know how to use those printables and things like that. So that's coming.
That's really amazing. Like that's a great selling point to create videos to teach people how to use your printables. I actually have done that myself. Like I also sell like spreadsheets that people can use, and I make videos to teach them how to use the spreadsheets. So that's a really good idea to do it for your printables as well. I did not think of that.
Yeah. And I've found, the few times that I've used them in videos that I've put up on my YouTube channel and things like that, people go straight to the shop, right? So if I'm creating a video specifically on how to use some of these printables, then I think that will definitely drive more people. Yeah. But it also allows more people access because if they don't know about it, they don't know how much it can help.
Oh, yes. So true. Yeah, because when I designed printables, like I used to be a UX designer for American Airlines. So that's what I was doing for like several years. So I kind of applied the user intent, and when I'm making printables, like how's it going to benefit the user, and I make it really user friendly. So that's a great idea to use a video to also help them even further. So I'm all about providing the user with the best experience. So that's like really awesome. Like I really recommend anybody to try that.
Yeah. And even sometimes it's the simple things like our planner stickers are available in, like, you can print it a PDF form, right, onto sticker paper or regular paper, but you can also, we put in the images so that you can actually print it on a cutting machine. So I test them out on our Cricut that we have here. And so the stickers will cut out so they can, it's like digital stickers, right? And they're all set for, you just load it into your machine and away it goes. So having different formats of your printables is often important as well.
Oh, yeah, very true. Because the people use all different kinds of programs to view them. Like, so you give them like JPEGs and like PNGs and PDFs and stuff like that, like various.
Yeah, depending on what they need. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The most common printable type, I would say, is a PDF, because you can just read it, in the browser, or you can download, Adobe Reader, which is free to be able to read it with. Like most people have it.
Yeah, and most of ours are the PDF. But the ones, because we, use, if you're going to use a cutting machine, we do a print and cut, and you need an image, but you need no background, right? So no background. And so we just do an image with a transparent background. So a PNG with a transparent background, and load it into Design Space because we use Cricut, and then it just prints beautifully. Yeah.
That's awesome. I also do Cricut crafting. It's like, for those that don't know, a Cricut is a cutting machine that like cuts paper and like various other things depending on the type. There's like Cricut makers, which cut like wood and like metal, and there's also just I forget the other name of it.
Well, there's like Cricut Joy and
Explore. Joys, Explore and stuff. They also cut paper, and it just makes it really cool. You can do stickers and all kinds of things. It's like really good. It's like a crafter's heaven for that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was, my niece was actually purchasing printables to make into stickers. And I'm like, wait a second, we can do that.
Yeah.
Journals and planners. Why aren't we making our own? So we now started making our own. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You bring up an excellent product. Stickers are big bucks on Etsy, especially, and also, if you sell it in your Shopify store too, they just bring a lot of money. They're so easy to make. All you do is just take like an image and you put like a white like edge around it. You can do this really easily in like Cricut, Design Space. They changed it, like they call it offset or something now. You can make it, and of course use Photoshop and all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's really great. And Canva allows you to do that as well. You can use the shadow to create a white border in Canva.
Oh, I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, so that's really handy as well. But and so that allows us to create it and download it ready for people as well. Yeah.
That's great. So you would save it with no backgrounds. That way they can cut it. Because in Cricut, you can use like a PNG and it just cuts around the edges, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we do so that they can print. So you put it into the Cricut design space, it prints on your printer. And I print it on sticker paper and then cut on the Cricut. And so it's wonderful. So we're going to be doing some prints of stickers and sending them, but we're not quite there yet. So we're working on just the digital products right now to put into our store. Yeah.
Yeah, sure recommend if there's like any coaches out there, they're just working hours by hours, you know, they're not, you know, getting any passive income, recommend them to start printables or like start a course, like some form of passive income. That's what I preach. You know, I try to get people to start like a passive income business, you know, on the side, even if they have a coaching service, because you want to just rely on your services. Like, what if you get sick? You know, what if you're not going to be able to bring in money? You know, so does that help you like not feel as stressed?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's a regular, it's building, right? Like it's only been a few months, and you know, it's building every month with our sales. And so it's one thing that is fun for us to do, but it's also just always there, right? That passive income. And if I do get sick, or if I do want to take holidays, you know, which as an entrepreneur is sometimes hard to do, but I can do that and not worry so much because that income is still there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so great. That's the beauty of passive income. Like I got really sick last month. Like I didn't have COVID or anything, but I just felt so sick. I did not want to get out of bed. But guess what? I still made a bunch of money that day because of my store and my affiliates, you know, and I was just making money, you know, and passive income is where it all is, you know, because you don't want to work hours by hours because maybe you're a coach and you left your job so you can have your own business, but now you're like working even more and like you're stressing yourself out, you know, and you have no time for your family, and it's just like unbelievable amounts of stress and burden. But now you step the passive income, now you're bringing all this money, you know, it's all coming to you. You're like, oh, I got so much money. Yay.
Yay. That's exactly it. So yeah. And that allows me to work less, right? Having that passive income.
Because that's great. You know, that you're able to just work less, have more time for your family. Because I understand you're a grandmother.
I am a grandmother. My oldest granddaughter and I just actually wrote a book recently. And so, yes, we've been doing lots of fun projects through COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to be able to have time for them because, of the passive income. Yeah, absolutely.
So I understand you got a website too. It's creativeyou.com, correct?
Creativeviewhealing.com.
Oh, creativeviewhealing.com. Yeah. So I'll put this in the show notes, all about Larissa's website, so you can check it out. The show notes are at mombeach.com/podcast.
Yes. Yeah. So we have the shop. We have, we do a lot of summits on healing with creativity. So we have a lot of great presenters for that. We also have books. We have classes, membership. We do wonderful creative days. We have twice a week that we get together just as a community and create together. So there's all sorts of fun things that we do.
That sounds amazing. How can I sign up? I want to be a part of this. I love art.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have a sale going on. I don't know when this is airing, but we have a sale going on.
I want to hear more.
So there's a sale going on till Thanksgiving. And then we'll be doing, I haven't even told my community yet, but we'll be doing Black Friday and Cyber Monday as well in the shop. So lots of great deals, but we have all sorts of fun things on our website. Just check us out.
Oh, excellent. Wow. So what are they getting this sale like, by the way?
We have sales on our summits. So we've done a number of different summits and some of them are on sale. So that could include anywhere from 15 to what's the largest one, 30 workshops in one of our summits. So they're all recorded. You can watch at your own pace. Mm-hmm. We have a fun contest going on right now. You can win a free 52 session summit.
What? That's amazing. 52 sessions?
Yes. So that is a contest we have going on right now. And then we also have some of our memberships. We have some free trials going on. So you can spend 2 weeks free in our morning calm, which is a meditation and journaling program that we do every single weekday morning, live online. And we also have our Divine Creative, which is about healing with creativity. That has a free month membership going on right now.
And Larissa is outrageously talented. For those who have the privilege of watching this on YouTube, behind her is the most beautiful artwork. I've never seen so many vivid colors, and like she has a great eye for color. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, I do a lot of abstract art, so I really enjoy it. It's my therapy. That's the whole reason I started my business, actually, was the healing with creativity, because it got me out of a really bad depression. So it saved my life. Yeah. Yeah.
So tell us how creativity can help you with your depression. Like I've heard that before too.
Yeah. It's so important. Like for me, I had many years of off and on depression. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'm creating, it's much better. And it must be about 6-7 years ago now, I went through a really bad bout of depression, ended up hospitalized. They released me in the middle of the night because they needed the bed for somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
I walked home, about a 45-minute walk in the middle. It was like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh my God, bless you.
And if I had not been so exhausted and if I hadn't already, I needed to write those letters to my kids, and I hadn't. So I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and something had changed in me. I knew I couldn't rely on anyone else. And so I needed to call on my own self. And so I started journaling, and journaling is how I started. And then from journaling, I was able to start painting. And from painting, I was able to start doing more. And through that, it's been that many years now, 6 or 7 now. And I have not had one bout of depression. I mean, I have bad days. Everybody has bad days.
Yes.
But I do not have. And that constant creativity and getting into flow with what's important to me is why I now teach healing with creativity.
That's amazing. Yeah, I have bipolar disorder myself, and I also use creativity as my outlet. It really helps heal me. So I just recommend, doing something creative if you're suffering with a mental illness,
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important. And I think writing is especially important. So we do a lot of journaling in all of but anytime that you can, in whatever way it is for you, creative, right? So that could be baking, it could be gardening, it could be picking up a paintbrush, whatever it is for you, to allow your creativity out. For me, a lot of times now it's creating printables because I have so much fun with that. But, but I love my painting and I write all the time as well. Yeah.
That's outstanding, because you got to unleash your creativity.
Absolutely. So important. So important. So yeah, I invite anyone who is interested to check us out at Creative U. That's the letter U, healing.com.
I'll make sure to link to it in the show notes. And also I hired a transcriptionist and they've been transcribing all the previous episodes. So if you're hard of hearing, you can also read the transcript.
Oh, good. Yeah, we've been talking about doing that with our podcast as well. So we haven't done it yet.
Oh, I know you had a podcast too.
Yes, we do. Creative Soul Healing, and it's about healing with creativity.
Okay, I'll make sure to link that in the podcast notes too. Again, it's mombeach.com/podcast. We'll have all Larissa's information. We'll have her site, and where you can sign up to her upcoming sales and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to it.
Oh, it's such a joy to have you on today, Larissa. Yeah, I'm just so impressed by everything you've done. How you overcome the obstacles. Even though you got let go from your job, from the layoff, you still ventured out. And you had a side hustle, and you grew that into this thriving coaching business with Printables. And I'm just so happy for you.
And it's so important. Just on that note, is to actually step forward. And I think one of the reasons I lost my job is because I wasn't stepping forward. And the universe just said, you know what, if you're not going to do it, we're going to do it. And so, I was doing it sort of half-assed off the side, and maybe I shouldn't say that, but of my desk. And then I was all in. I had to be. And, it's been the best thing ever. And now I help other women live their best lives ever.
Oh, that's so admirable. I love hearing about this,
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Okay. Well, again, check out mombeach.com/podcast for all the show notes and the transcription and of all of Larissa's information. Well, have an excellent day. So thanks again, Larissa, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for listening to the Becky Beach Show. Please go to mombeach.com/podcast to learn more about my podcast and for show notes. If you want a 2022 free printable goal planner, please go to mombeach.com/subscribe. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great day. Goodbye.